I wish to give a special thanks to our community partners as well as business leaders. We have Ray Ackerland from Skyward with us. Thank you so much, including our elected official, Mayor Mike Wiesa. My name is Tom Gibson. I'm the Chancellor of the University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point. The building that we stand in front of today have served our students, faculty, and staff for well over 50 years. Since welcoming its first guests in 1970, hundreds of thousands of students have utilized the services and academic resources of Albertson Hall. Indeed, it is much more than just a library. It is the home of the Academic and Career Advising Center, the Center for Inclusive Teaching and Learning, the Disability and Assistive Technology Center, the Office of International Education, the Tutoring and Learning Center, the University Archives, Information Technology, and the Museum of Natural History. It is also the home to the Portage County Historical Society and the collections for the Wisconsin Historical Society. While technology has changed how some students and community members access information, we know for certain that the resources and services provided in Albertson Hall will remain critically important and necessary for decades to come. Although these needs remain, the current facility cannot be sustained. Albertson Hall is at the end of its useful life. The Albertson Hall project was previously designated as a renovation. While waiting state funding for renovation, the building continued to deteriorate, leaving mechanical, electrical, fire suppression, plumbing, and HVAC in steep degradation. In late 2020, additional architectural assessment uncovered significant structural deflection taking place at the windows, as well as building envelope failures, including brick displacement and spalling concrete and corroding metal wall structures. These additional structural issues would present significant increase in renovation costs, exceeding the building's 90% value. This is well above the 75% standard threshold used by the UW system for renovations. Therefore, in December of 2020, the Board of Regents endorsed the plan to replace Albertson Hall instead of renovating the facility. Although the current facility has been determined to be safe for occupancy at this time, we are deeply concerned that further inaction would jeopardize the future use of the building. A significant system failure in Albertson Hall would potentially result in the loss of crucial services to our university students and campus and community members. This represents a major public safety issue for members of our campus and the general public. Therefore, we are urging state legislators to support the capital funding replacement project of Albertson Hall. And to provide the student perspective, I'm pleased to introduce Mr. Colin Nygren, President of the Student Government Association.
Hello. The Student Government Association supports the biennial state funding request for the replacement of our library and Student Support Services Center. Albertson Hall. It's a hub for thousands of students just like me to learn, study, and get help to thrive. Albertson Hall has needed renovations for many years. Our Student Government Association has been lobbying for funding to make critical repairs for the past 9 years. SGA has met with numerous members of the Assembly and Senate and the Joint Finance Committee. When we first started lobbying, the building just needed repairs. But most recently, planners discovered a structural deterioration and told us it would be more cost-effective to replace the whole building. The foundation of the building is deteriorating. The building doesn't have the strength to support its own weight. And the fire suppression system, if there was a fire in there, we're not too sure if anything would last. While passing inspections, it's on the verge of being untrustworthy. Albertson Hall is more than just a library for students and faculty. It's also a place for students to get the help that they need to succeed. Services provided include advising, which allows students to plan their present and future, disability and assistive technology services, which helps make college life and learning more accessible to those who need it, and a tutoring and learning center, which improves knowledge and understanding so students can thrive. The services and resources in Albertson Hall are vital parts of our community and essential to the educational experience for students across campus. A new facility will ensure that the students' needs are met for decades to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Colin. And now it is my pleasure to introduce the president of the University of Wisconsin System, Tommy Thompson. President Thompson has a long, rich history of advocating for the UW system as well as higher education. President Thompson is the only governor in the state's history to have served 4 terms. He also served as U.S. Secretary for Health and Human Services under former President George W. Bush. In my short time as the UW-Stevens Point Chancellor, I have appreciated President Thompson's commitment, vision, and collaborative spirit. The UW system is fortunate to have his leadership, certainly under these uncertain times. President Thompson.
We're outside and I'm vaccinated. But I love UWSP, right? I'll tell you. You know, it's just a wonderful day. And to be introduced by an individual who I have tremendous admiration for, Thomas Gibson. He was the chancellor that I got to choose. And he came in to see me. There were 4 candidates, and his name was Thomas. What do you think I decided to do right then and there? I said, Tom, you got the right name, you got the right style, you got the right leadership, you're going to become the chancellor. He said, well, you better interview the other people. I said, I know you. I've had the privilege. Am I correct? Isn't he doing a great job? I love it. So let's, I keep encouraging him. I told him, I said, Thomas, I want you to do one thing. I want you to get out and meet the people. That's the way I am. I love people. As anybody that knows me, I love to get out and talk to people, get a chance to shake their hands, not as often as I used to, but I really like. And Thomas said, I really like doing that. And Thomas has been all over. And I said, don't worry about the sleep. You can catch that next year. Do it this year. And I've been asking all of his associates. They said he's a dynamo. And I love that. So Thomas, thank you very, very much. And he's going to be an excellent chancellor, and he's going to help build this campus, which is why I'm here. Colin. His father is a very good friend of mine. He's chairman of the Joint Finance Committee. The way he speaks, it's only a few years and he's going to be in the legislature. Colin, you can help build this campus when you get to the legislature. Remember this campus when you get to the legislature and give us lots of money. Right? And then, of course, we're very fortunate to have the mayor with us. And the mayor is I bet you didn't know this. The mayor's a graduate of what college? Give me a guess. What do you think? Stevens Point. That's why he's such a good mayor. He got a good education, right? He got it all here at Stevens Point. Mayor, thank you for being here. You know what the mayor said? He went to introduce himself, which I love. He says, Governor Tommy, whatever the hell your name is. He said, you know something? This is our library too. This is the city's library. This is where we get our information. And you know, we need it. And that's why he's here. He's here for his city, for the people and residents of this wonderful community to appreciate what this is. Now, I'm an individual that's come into this. I never, ever expected to be president of the university. I mean, for gosh sakes, I turned it down 3 times and I said, you're crazy. But I know you got to come in because we got some problems and we want you to build the university. I said, that I can do. And I look at this sundial, Spec 4. You know, this is the center of the campus. I'm going to take you on a tour verbally. We come in here and I see all these cracks and black tar. I want the people that are going to bring in their students for the graduation. I want students to come in here and say, this is my center of the campus. This is where we congregate. I want this thing to be the most pretty, beautiful thing we can see any place, anywhere. So when people come to Stevens Point and see this campus for their students, their children, and the students come here, they remember one thing. They remember the flowers. They remember the beauty of the center of the universe, the center of this university. And that's what Spec 4 is going to become. We're going to redo Spec 4 along with the building. And then you take a look at this building. How many of people were on my tour with me this morning? You walk up here. You walk up this winding staircase. This is for handicapped students. How would you like to, in the rain, or in the wind, or in the snow, try and be able to traverse through that? How would you like that? And then they have to clear it with snow, and then, you know, these little, make sure you get pictures. These things are all different parts down here, so people can go up and can get cut on their legs. Now, does that really impress you if you're going to be a prospective student or a visitor to this campus? Absolutely not. I want our universities to be a place of learning, safety for our students, and a place of beauty, so that we can grow our campuses and we can show the people in the state of Wisconsin that what I've been saying for a long time, next to our people, next to you, the University of Wisconsin system is the best asset we have. We're a $25 billion operation. $6 billion to run this operation, 170,000 students, 37,000 graduates, of which 90% stay in this great state we call home for 5 years. And that's what it's all about. To build Wisconsin. To build Wisconsin, we have to have an economic engine. That economic engine is the University of Wisconsin, Stevens Point, and all the other universities. And in order to do that, we got to make sure that the students are safe, that they're going to be able to go into a library, be able to check out their books, check out the data, get the advice and the counsel from their advisors, be able to set up their future so that they say, you know, I had the greatest learning experience possible at the University of Wisconsin, Stevens Point. That's what it's all about. And this building would take us $90 million. I want to see how smart you are, okay? I'm Mayor, we're going to call upon you. You're graduates, you should be pretty smart. Okay? This building is going to cost us $90 million to renovate, okay? $96 million to tear it down and rebuild it. What do you think we should do?
Rebuild it.
No! Tear it down and build it. Build it new, for God's sakes. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to tear it down because it's not worth putting any more money. $90 million it would take to fix it up. The windows are falling out. The frames are falling out. The walls, the bricks in the walls. And I know a little bit about it because I'm in Van Nuys down in Madison, where the bricks are falling out of that building. I got kicked out of the building and I didn't do anything wrong. We're all kicked out of the building for 3 or 4 weeks because it's unsafe. I don't want anybody, any employee, any chancellor, any student to be in a building on our campus, ladies and gentlemen, that's unsafe. And this building is starting to get unsafe. And we have to do something about it. That's why this is the number one building for raising and rebuilding and all of our requests to the legislature. And I need your help. I need your help to contact your legislators from this area, from anybody else you know in Madison, and say, we need Albertson Hall rebuilt. And we need this sundial rebuilt. I want to make sure that Stevens Point is a college of beauty, of learning, and of safety. And that's what it's all about. So ladies and gentlemen, let's get it done. Thank you for coming. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions anybody has. Thank you very much. Any questions? Russ? Nick, what do you say? I forgot to introduce Nick. She's the head of the communications here. Does an outstanding job. Nick Schultz. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm curious, what is,
You got to talk up.
I'm curious to know what concerns are you hearing from lawmakers as you're out here today and trying to develop support for the capital budget?
I hear a lot of concerns. One concern I hear is that there's a lot of federal money. Use that. Number two, students didn't go to class this past year because of the pandemic. Why do we have to rebuild any buildings? Maybe we should start a different kind of education system. Number three, if they can learn online, why do we need classrooms? Why do we need libraries? They can go to Amazon or so on. And number four, it's too much money. And so it's my job. I'm going around. This week I've been at in Madison. We had Van Nuys, where the bricks fell out. And if that would have happened on another day, a class day, more than likely some student or employee or president walking in the building could have been killed. And I don't want that to happen on any of our campuses. I am out to build this system and tell people how valuable it is and that they have to invest in it. If we want to build Wisconsin, the best economic engine we have is the University of Wisconsin system. And I want to build Wisconsin. And I'm telling the legislators, you're investing in your future. 90% of these graduates, 37,000 year in and year out, we're graduating. And they're staying here in Stevens Point. They're helping your companies grow. They're helping the community grow. They're starting businesses. And then I went to, from Van Nuys, I went down to engineering school. Engineering school at Madison is going to graduate 900 students this year. 900 in a couple weeks. Do you know how many job offers they have? 10,000. 10,000 for 900 students. And they want those engineers to stay in Wisconsin. And I want all the environmentalists and all the ones dealing with water research and conservation to stay in Wisconsin and help build Wisconsin. We're such a beautiful state. And so this campus here is so important. And that's why I'm telling you, through you to the legislature and to the citizens, and through the mayor, this is an investment in our future. Let's not screw it up. Let's get it done and let's build for tomorrow, for our children for tomorrow, for our state for tomorrow. Yes.
So
You gotta really talk up.
So buildings take maintenance, and I'm sure that's part of the problem with this building over the years is maybe was there not enough money to maintain the building?
They did. There was a dearth ever since I left as governor. I was governor for 15 years. We built a lot, we maintained a lot. After that, let me put it to you this way. It's pretty nice, when when you have a groundbreaking. You get the press to come in, you dig up the ground, the TV gets on, you get on TV, and people love it, whether it's a new highway or new building. You really don't get that excited when you say, we're gonna pull off that panel over there, or we're gonna put in that window. You're not gonna show up and take a picture of that. Nobody else is gonna show up to see it. And so there's just, in politics, you gotta also have a little bit of, razzle-dazzle. And there's not much razzle or dazzle in putting in a window as there is in building a new building. So there's really hardly any emphasis. There isn't that kind of feeling, I want to make sure that all the buildings we have, are getting the proper maintenance and repairs. When it floods back here, right over here, under the loading dock, flooded right in there, flooded right into the buildings. And that's ridiculous. And that's what we have to do. We got to do it. That's right. You are absolutely right.
So,
Anything else?
just to follow up on that. So in terms of looking at it from a legislative side, is there a design platform and a maintenance schedule to be able to maintain this building for years to come?
No, and there should be, but we haven't gotten to that sophistication in our planning. There should be repair and maintenance budgets equal to what we do in new construction every year, because we got so many buildings, and if you don't maintain them, the same thing is going to happen. That has already happened in Albertson Hall. That happened to Van Nuys. Van Nuys is this beautiful building on the outside, and it's the second highest building in Madison, and yet it's falling apart. It's crumbling because the proper maintenance was not there, and it's got to be torn down, but not till 35. I'll be gone by then. Hopefully nobody gets crushed by a falling cement brick. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Bobby Fountain, News 9, President Thompson, thank you for being here.
Oh no, it's my honor.
Yeah.
What's that goofy M you got in you?
Milwaukee Brewers.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, I'm sorry about it. Where's that guy with the Chicago Cubs hat? He was here a few minutes ago. We ejected him.
My question for you, President Thompson, is what are you hoping for the timeline is for when this building will be demolished and we see a new library? As he was born.
Allison was here along with Paul, and they gave me the time frame. So, but we want to be able to tear this down by the fall of 22. Okay, and then we would like to be in by the spring of 23. And as I understand it, they're going to start moving out some of the functions out of this thing. Then they're going to have to hire some space for all. There's 700,000 items and they're worth $106 million. I forgot to say that. And that's a tremendous investment. It's got the whole history of Stevens Point. It's got the history of this great campus. It's got the history of Portage County in this building. It's got all the beauty of what we've done in conservation that this campus is noted for. So we got all those items in there that have to be found in a place to store them safely. So that's going to take some time. Okay? It's okay, Nick? Are we done?
Last chance for one question.
I actually have a question. If you don't
Okay.
mind. You said you were going to tear the building down in fall 22 and replace it in spring 24, start building with. That's a long time to go hit a library. What are possible plans to help you? Like a substitute library during that time?
Who wants to answer that? Thomas, you want to take that, or Allison?
Sure. I will ask Gretel, Dean of University College, to join so you can use the microphone and share the plans for how we will transition through the demolition and replacement process.
So during the process, we have plans to relocate our service points to parts of the Colony Classroom Center and parts of the Trainer Natural Resources Building. Students will have information accessible to them online and support in person in those facilities. We also plan to make our collection as fully available as possible so students can request them. They'll be stored somewhere here in the community when we're finding a location, and they'll be able to receive them in a matter of a business day. So we're planning very carefully to make sure that all of our students have access to the resources and services they need, as well as continuity of services for those critical student success operations.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you, President Thompson. Be well.